Us about your thoughts and views or even pictures if you once had the pleasure of meeting this legend. Now, McCoy Mrubata, you recently celebrated your 60th birthday in July, and you celebrated it at the Market Theatre, and it was quite a festival with 19 artists on stage, including Paul Henma and Johnny Clegg, and you topped it off with an appearance at the Lincoln Center in the United States. I would say happy belated birthday, and
Thank you.
You couldn't have asked for a better 60th birthday now, would you?
For sure. Just a slight correction. Johnny Clegg's, former backing singer, Sisma Langa,
Oh, Madoda Gxabeka.
Yes, Sisma Langa, yeah, okay. One of the guests. And the great Titulu Zipo, new artist, she's doing waves. And my contemporaries, Prince Lingwa's son, and Jabuma Kubane.
Okay.
And the string section, it was phenomenal, and Louis Langa, by the way.
Louis Langa as well, okay.
It was a great show. Yeah.
And speaking of Paul Henma, he's one of your, jazz legends and one of your closest friends. How did this relationship come about?
It came about in 1988 when I was offered a recording deal. I didn't have any songs, and I was hooked up with Paul, along with the late Jabu Ngozi to write songs for me, and we just clicked ever since.
Right.
Yeah.
No, McCoy, you created productions about journalist Bloke Modisane and Kipi Moketsi. You also starred in a Norwegian production about the life of John Coltrane.
Yes.
And I mean, having been in this industry for years, I guess such versatility and multifacetedness adds to your brand, and as to your personal brand, doesn't it?
It does, and it's going on and on. And one has also, worked with, like I said earlier, Six Mabuse. At the time, he wasn't doing jazz, I also worked with Stimela. I was part of Stimela in 1991, and PJ Powers. So I'm one of those artists who are curious, not boxing themselves into one genre, Although now it's mostly jazz, but I made sure that I try to learn and grasp every aspect of music.
Right. Jazz is a musical, it's a universal language. It's a genre that never dies, that never gets old. But nowadays there's this propensity of remixing jazz music with a variety of genres, like jazz with house music, jazz with gospel. How do you feel about that?
Why not? They're trying to make it accessible to the young ones. Sometimes the ear is not well tuned to hear swing bass on the. Why not if it's fused, with modern, kind of stuff. I'm into it.
Are you also looking into modernizing your craft just to suit a particular age group or a particular group of people, or are you just going to stick to what you know and what you do best?
I'll stick to what I know. The least I do is to have young producers, because for my past 3 albums were produced by a young guy, by Leander Madope, although he's getting, middle age as well,
Okay.
So, I don't do things just because, when it comes, it comes. When I have the feel, Yes.
And what do you attribute your success to? What drives you in this world?
My family, my upbringing, and the current family, and my brothers, love, and also the way I make music is a very family oriented, and community based, I just love, when I rehearse, we drink coffee, we talk, Sometimes we eat, more than doing rehearsals, because I just love, it revives me,
Yeah,
yes, sir.
I would imagine. And having traveled the world, which city would you single out as the ultimate jazz capital?
Well, Johannesburg is, they say
Wow.
New York. They say New York, I was there 2 weeks ago. But Johannesburg is still, the major city. It used to be Cape Town, but we've overtaken my hometown.
Okay.
Johannesburg is,
And what are some of your highlights of embarking on this musical journey?
Definitely the latest highlights with Winston Ngozi, at the Lincoln Center, And last year I went on a, US tour with Paul Henma, commemorating our 30 years, as friends,
Okay.
That was, the most highly, definitely, that's the one,
Okay.
Having to play our music, just the two of us most of the time, and doing workshops, what more one can ask for?
Okay. I mean, speaking of workshops, are you also looking to starting a musical academy, just to groom the up-and-coming jazz musicians?
Definitely, one is registering, a thing, towards that, and the foundation, yeah, because I'm going to slow down soon,
Yeah, yeah. And after having an illustrious career, I would imagine.
Yeah, yeah.
So in terms of collaborations, who do you have in mind in terms of future collaborations?
Well, we'll see, we don't like to script things, and okay, it's nice to plan, but it happens as life goes on, who knows, I'm talking to some of the members of the Lincoln Center, there's things, that we're trying to set up,
Yeah.
So I don't want to, reveal, yeah,
Okay, no, I understand. But about the Lincoln Center, you made an appearance about 2 weeks ago, isn't it?
That's right, yes.
Yeah, so how was that? How did that come about?
It came about, there's a gentleman called Stephen Hawkins, who's in love with South African music,
Okay.
And we've been there, with Faya Faku, Mamusbongile Kumalo, and, and he'd been playing this for years, for over 10 years, It finally came through, and the idea was to celebrate our 25 years of democracy, So we had Nduduzo abroad, Tandi Ntuli, myself, and Vuyo Sotasha, who's based in New York, in Melanie Schultz, and they played all South African music, music by, Winston Ngozi, Jonas Kwangwa, and myself, Nduduzo, and Tandi.
Okay.
Yeah.
Was that the South African songbook?
Yeah, that's the one,
Okay.
Yeah, they rearranged all of our compositions,
I see.
Yeah. That's the program we played, by the way, last night at Senton Convention Center.
Right. So where to from here, McCoy Mrubata?
Well, to just make more music, to create, I'm busy with a, project called, a string section, and my jazz quartet, I call it the Strings Attached.
Okay.
So a CD should be out early next year,
So according to you, what is music and what kind of language that is?
Well, music is a universal language, It's music is life,
Okay.
Because when I go to bed, an idea comes, it puts me to sleep, I wake up with a song every day,
Okay.
So, when I jog, rushing my pool, an idea comes, That's how also I write my music.
Okay.
Ideas just flow.
McCoy Mrubata, I mean, we can talk all day. We can talk and talk and talk, but I think you express yourself more effectively with your instrument. And I'm going to give you this platform. What are you going to perform for us?
We'll see. Yeah.
Okay. All right. No, the stage is yours, though. Thank you so much for chatting to us.
Thank you. Okay, thank you.
All right.
Yeah.
The fact that I got shot in Lavender